Okay, good morning back there. Yes, I'm here today with DA leader Zwagele Mngcwango, who is here out with some other DA members. They're out here in full force to try and encourage potential voters to go out there in their numbers to register to vote. Just to briefly reflect on what happened yesterday. Yesterday we had a lot of people in the province who went out in their numbers to go and register to vote. In the province we had the Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa was out in Mandeni, who also went there to encourage people to vote, to register to vote rather. We also do understand that Mandeni has been having a bit of political trouble and political turmoil there, where we saw over 8 factories that were burnt to the ground, and also we also saw over 4 trucks that were also torched and burnt to the ground. So that's just basically the brief background as to what happened in KwaZulu-Natal. And also for the first time we had NFP leader who also emerged for the first time in public, who also did go try to preclude members to go out and register to vote. To get back to the topic, I'm right here with the DA leader, Zwagele Mngcwango, who will tell us what's really happening here today. Zwagele, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, briefly tell us what's the purpose of today's drive.
Today we are all out encouraging voters to go out and register for change. We strongly believe that this election on the 3rd of August is an important election and will be a historic election where we will see the DA taking power in many municipalities, because we strongly believe that voters out there really want change. And as we go around, communicate with potential voters, they are saying it's time for change, they want change. Hence we strongly believe that for us to get out in areas like Tongati, Verelem, to talk to people, and across the province, we managed to actually go to the breadth of this province and encourage voters to get out and vote, especially young people. We are a bit worried because young people are actually not getting out in numbers, but the more we encourage them, you can sense that they are just having this negative approach about registration and voting. But we are giving hope, and I think the DA is that hope that South Africa wants.
Yes. We also do understand that you have gone out in your numbers. You've also covered the length and breadth of KwaZulu-Natal. You, for the first time in the last 2 years, you've gone to rural areas. Now, will that translate to votes?
Look, this is about voting. We will see at a voting day. But we strongly believe that as the DA, we are ready for this election. We managed to go all across the province, as you just said, and we strongly believe that our message is clear. We talk about fairness, freedom, and opportunity. We strongly believe that our voters out there actually understand what we mean by this fairness, what we mean by freedom, and the Concord ruling is actually a signal that says South Africa needs change. It's high time that we actually drop the ruling party below 50%, because they've shown even in Parliament that if you give them too much power, they can abuse power. At the moment, they are protecting one individual, only using the same power that was given by the voters. We are here today saying to people, get out and vote. We can do it. We can bring about change. We can drop the ANC below 50%. We strongly believe also in KwaZulu-Natal, where you've got different parties contesting this province. And for the first time in 2014, we became an official opposition. Therefore, we believe that this time around, we were actually able to drop ANC in 1 or 2 municipalities below 50%. That's our vision at the moment.
Yes. Mr. Mngcwango, you've emphasized that your main goal at the moment is to try and preclude young people to go out there and vote. What's the purpose behind that?
Look, you've got a lot of young people who are out there, unemployed. We know the only problem in South Africa is unemployment. And we strongly believe that we have a clear policy which will also relate to our manifesto. We've got a clear vision what we'll do actually to actually create jobs. We believe that our local municipalities are the key to economy. We will actually make sure that we attract investment. We actually make sure that our young people are actually equipped with necessary skill to compete in the market. So we strongly believe, while this thing out there saying they don't want to vote because there's no change, we are saying we are here, we are giving you hope, get out and register to vote, because the DA will actually change the life of many South Africans, especially young people who are sitting out there unemployed. And we know many people are really not really interested in getting freebies. They want to get out there and use their talent, and we believe that currently government is actually not really looking to that talent, and we believe that by creating enabling environment in local government, you can able to grow economy, you can able to create jobs. That's what we will be doing when we get to power as a DA.
Mr. Mlungisi, I did mention to you earlier on that your party was out in rural areas, especially Mkwanyagute and Mpongoda. How the registration process going there, since your party agents are also based there?
So far, I'm getting a positive response when it comes to registration. As I said, we are really worried about young people all over the province. We don't really see them coming out in numbers. But the more we communicate, it is why we said as a party, while we're having some individual party agent managing voting stations, but we can't all sit at the voting station. Hence, we're all over the province encouraging voters to get out and register to vote, because without registration, it means you can't vote. So there's no point to sit at the voting station and wait for people to come. We must get out and push them to come and vote and register to vote.
Yes, and Mr. Mlungisi, just to sum up everything, we know that yesterday you were out in your numbers. You also went to Pietermaritzburg, where you also tried to encourage potential voters to go out and vote, and also today in Tongas. All in all, how has that experience been?
Look, what is encouraging is that after communicating with the voters and giving them positive message, and you can realize that they come out now and say, look, now we see the reason why to vote. It then means if, as political parties, we can give hope to South Africans, they will get out and register. But the challenge also we have seen is the IEC not having really some addresses, and we know the challenge with addresses. But it's when someone has been voting at a voting station, like in Pietermaritzburg, you find a person who's saying, I've been voting here since the dawn of democracy, but today I'm told my name is no more on the voter's roll. So it is a concern for us, and we are hoping that IEC will really look at these issues, because every South African have a right to vote, and we strongly believe IEC will really try and find corrective measures to put in place and really get everyone to vote in August 2016.
Thank you very much, Mlungisi. Yes, as you have heard from the provincial DA leader himself, Mr. Mlungisi, who emphasized that their goal is to try and go out there, get as many young people as possible to go out there and vote. They've also mentioned that there's a problem in terms of addresses, where people have said that they lack documentation that basically shows that what's their area of location or where are they location in terms of residence. So this is a problem that they came across yesterday. But all in all, the DA again is out in full force, and they've sent their party agents to try and begule voters to go and register to vote. Over back to you in studio.